Hello, party people, and welcome to another video. We are about to head out. We're all packed up and we are going to Portland, Oregon for the weekend. This is one of my favorite spots to visit as of late. We're going to be going to bookstores, aka Powell's, the biggest independent bookstore in the world, eating really good food, drinking really good coffee, exploring the city. I've never spent more than one full day there, so I'm really excited to get 3 days, and it's gonna be really, really fun. But I want to take you along with me for the ride. So the drive is about 2.5 hours from where we are at in the Seattle area. So we are gonna hit the road. It's middle of the day, so we shouldn't have too much traffic. And let's see where the rest of the day takes us. All right, welcome to our full day in Portland. We thought that yesterday we were gonna have much more of a day here, but it took us almost 5 hours to get here from the Seattle area, which if you don't know is normally like a 2.5 hour drive. There was a really big accident with like 3 semi trucks. 2 of them were flipped over. It was gnarly. I think everyone was okay, but it was still really wild. So it took us 2 hours to get out of just the Seattle Tacoma like metropolitan area, and then we still had a couple more traffic spurts out of that. So it was kind of a nightmare. We didn't get here until like 5:30-ish, and we were planning to get here at like 3 something or 2:45, 3. So that was unfortunate. We made the best of it though. We came to our hotel. We're staying at the Hyatt Centric in downtown Portland, which we are enjoying so far. It's a great location to walk to things. And we basically went from here. We went to a record store that's pretty close by just to browse for a little bit to break up the driving. And then we went and drove over to the east side of Portland for dinner. We went to a pizza place called The Turning Peel, which was spectacular. They do like sourdough pizza crust. Would highly recommend if you're in the area. It was really, really, really good. We got frozen custard from a place right across the street. And then we came home. We watched House Hunters in bed and went to sleep. And now we're here. We slept in. We're gonna go get some brunch. We're gonna hit Powell's so I can sell those books. I was gonna do that yesterday, but we're gonna do it today and just enjoy like our nice full long day in Portland. It'll be really great. So let's go eat. I'm hungry and I need coffee. We're in the art books right now, so that's not cool. But I wanted to walk you through what I am going to grab today. I was looking around for about an hour. I have $30 in store credit from selling my book, and that's going to go towards this little haul right here. First off, I have Human Acts by Kong. I was watching a Carrie Kinnaird video and she talked really highly about this, and it's also got it's the winner of the Nobel Prize in Literature, so kind of a given that it would be good. Then I have I Would Never Know Men. This has been going around a lot recently. It's really good. I have A Mortal Dark. This is a young fantasy, I believe. Vampires, very excited. And then I have another recommendation from Carrie Kinnaird, which is The Raven Scholar. This looks big and juicy, but it just seems really good and intriguing. So that's what I am picking up today at Powell's. After this, we're gonna go to another little store that has some like kind of Portland themed goods, and then maybe hit a vintage store and get some coffee at some point. But that's what we've got so far. All right, we are back at home and I am here to close out this video. Yesterday we ended up, after where did we go? We went to Powell's and then we went to a vintage store, I believe after Powell's, and then we came back to our hotel. We went over to another record store called Music Millennium, which if you're ever in Portland, that's probably one of my #1 must go to places, is Music Millennium on Burnside Street, East Portland, right outside of the entrance to the Laurelhurst neighborhood. I absolutely love it. It's one of those record stores where I really don't feel like a pretentious vibe. Like I feel like I can pretty much pick up anything and buy it, and the cashiers aren't going to be weird about it, which sometimes if you go to record stores a lot and you're not the most like music like knowledgeable person, you might feel like a little awkward buying certain kind of basic albums or whatever, but I never feel like that at that record store. Plus, if you're into DVDs, 4Ks, Blu-rays, movies at all, like physical collecting of movies, that's also a great place to check out. So we did that. We went to Mount Tabor Park, which I had never been to before, and we sat out there and read. So I'm going to talk to you about the books. Yes, 2 books that I read while I was sitting there. We went to dinner this morning. We got up, we did a few things, and then we headed back. So I'm gonna talk to you about the books that I read and give you a little haul of everything that I got while we were in Portland, because if you don't know, Oregon has no sales tax, so you definitely have to do a little bit of shopping while you're there, or plan a big shopping trip. Okay, so first of all, on my Kindle while we were at the park, I read 2 short story novellas. One was Galatea by Madeline Miller, who was the author of The Song of Achilles and the book Circe, which I love. The Song of Achilles, I've tried to read Circe a couple times and it just hasn't been the right time, but I keep it because I feel like it's really gonna hit once I pick it up at the right time. Galatea was really good. I gave it a 3 stars. For short stories, I normally don't rate them like super high just because I feel like I can't get as connected to them. I feel like if you're a short story person, you might rate this one higher, but it was good. It was solid. It helps me with my reading goal, and I think if you're really like Madeline Miller's writing, it's a good way to get some more of that. I would be careful going into it. There's some themes of assault and different things like that in there, so just be mindful of that. But it was good. I gave that a 3, and that I read in like 20 minutes. It was really, really fast. So then I went ahead and picked up another short story that I had borrowed from the library, which was Foster by Claire Keegan. I read Small Things Like These not too long ago. Foster, I gave 4 stars. I think Claire Keegan's short stories, they're set in Ireland. This one was about a girl who is taken in by her parents' friends for the summer, and it's just a really beautiful story. I don't want to tell you more than that because it kind of spoils it, but it's heartbreaking but heartwarming at the same time. It's short and sweet. It's a good read. You can kind of read it any time of the year. I think it worked for me summer. I was at a park reading it. I could kind of get the picture, but that was really good. I like Claire Keegan's stories. I definitely want to pick up her short story collections. What are the names of them? One of them's called Antarctica, and then I can't remember what the other one was called, but I will be continuing to pick up her work because I really enjoy both of those, both Small Things Like These and Foster, and I gave that one again a 4 star. So that was what I read on this trip. My next pickup is going to be Morningstar because I have a physical copy, but I also have it on my Kindle, and right now I'm in a bit of a Kindle phase, so if I can get it from the library, I'm reading it on here. So be looking out for that coming soon. Now on to what I got. So today, before we left Portland, we stopped by Muji, which if you don't know what Muji is, there's not many of them in the US. I believe the one in Portland might be the only one on the West Coast. I don't know if they have any in California, but it's like if IKEA, but without the furniture, but like the state, like the organization kind of stuff, and Uniqlo and Kinokuniya books, if you know what that is, had a baby. Like it's stationery, it's clothing, it's organization, there's some home goods. It's really cool. So I picked up a thing of pens for my dad because he loves these pens. And then I picked up some colored gel pens for myself because I also really like their pens. And then I also got this little cup for our Nespresso machine that we can pull espresso directly into when we are making iced drinks. So that's all I got from Muji. I didn't want to do a ton of browsing there. Then I'll talk about what I got yesterday. So the first thing that we got, I will admit, it's kind of ridiculous. It's expensive for what it is, but I really wanted it. And because we're in Portland, we just decided we had to. That is a Baggu picnic blanket. This is their summer apple print that just came out. I love Baggu, and at a certain point, you can't just keep buying bags from Baggu. because you'll just have way too many. So I've upgraded to something that I've always wanted from them, which is picnic blanket. And then we immediately used it that day to defend myself. We used it when we went to Mount Tabor Park and it was awesome. So I'm really excited about this. This is a ridiculous item for a ridiculous amount of money, but it brought me a lot of joy and I'm really excited about it. Then the records that we picked up at Music Millennium. First, I got the Neighborhood's first album. This is an album that I loved in high school and I've just been waiting to pick this up and they had it. So, and I wasn't looking to get the 10-year anniversary edition. I just wanted the standard edition. And so I finally was able to find that and I'm really excited about it. And then my husband picked up the Rings of Power season 2 score because we love the Rings of Power, we love movie scores, and we are getting our soundtrack collection up because my record collection was quite large, but I didn't have any soundtracks, and now that we're married, that's what we've been picking up mostly. And then I will give you a speed run. Oh, I'll show you these two magnets that we picked up. If you're in Portland, a great place to get like souvenirs is Tender Loving Empire. They've got a few different locations, but they're really cool. So we got this. This is for my husband's sister who watched our cat. And then I'll do a speed run of the books that I got at Powell's. Again, I got I Who Have Never Known Men, Human Acts, The Raven Scholar, and Immortal Dark. So that is what I got this weekend. I had an amazing time in Portland. I have grown to really love this city over the past few years. I've visited quite a few times. This is the first time I've stayed overnight and I just really love it. There's just a really great energy vibe going on there. Everyone feels really individual and it's very relaxed. East Portland, the neighborhoods over there are just beautiful, and I want to know how their zoning laws work because in every neighborhood there are these little streets that have the best restaurants and coffee shops and record stores and vintage shops. Like, it's just the ideal situation. So you'll definitely see me going back there soon because I love it, and if I needed to do a weekend trip, that's probably my #1 pick because it's so close to Seattle. So thank you for joining. I know I'm still getting used to this whole YouTube thing, so some of the videos are a little bit sporadic, but I'm enjoying making them and I hope you are enjoying watching them. If you are, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. That's the best way to support what I'm doing. If you've read any of the books, you've listened to the albums, or you've been to Portland yourself and you want to talk about it, head to the comments. I'd love to chat with you about it, and I will see you in a new video coming soon. Bye.